Hey, welcome back everyone, I'm Jayborino, and this is Vortex of the Void, a custom campaign for Starcraft 2. We're heading into the 4th mission here, the Hour of Doom. We got Dragoon's last mission, so I'm curious to see what we're going to get this time around. I've been enjoying this campaign. I mean, I can't say enough how much I've enjoyed this campaign with the custom units and things like that. Vespian geysers are almost non-existent on the surface of the planet Atreus. The fissures are the only way to gather Vespian. Okay, so we saw something similar in both the Whispers of Oblivion prologue campaign for Legacy of the Void, and then also in Brood's Wrath. There were fissures that erupted minerals. So I like this mechanic. I mentioned in both times I played it in both Narudek's other campaign and then the official Blizzard Whispers of Oblivion campaign how much I like this mechanic because it gives you options. You're not pigeonholed into having to rush out of your base and do something very quick, but at the same time it does force you to get a little scrappy and actually leave your base and contest the enemy to get some precious Vespian that you otherwise wouldn't have. So I actually do like that mechanic a lot in terms of macro. It feels like a mix between StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2, where StarCraft 1, you always had a lot of options, but it always kind of played the same, where you sat in your base, you turtled up, you built whatever you wanted, and you pushed out, where StarCraft 2 is like, rush now, build one thing and go, quick. We introduced one new unit this mission, you have to build only that and go, quick. And this feels like a mix, because you do have to push out a little bit to get that Vespian, and you have to push out early.
Artanis is on point. We have to strike now before Malzar can open the next tomb. The gate is barred with energies linked to those Void Archons. We have to destroy those Void Archons if we are to reach the tomb uncontested. I am giving you control of our mothership's weapon system. Use them.
Oh, we're getting a mothership, or we're getting mothership abilities that we can use from, like, orbit or something. We also have a Void Ray, which is great. I like the angle of this. I wonder if we're going to see a different model or it's the same model. Either way, I'm excited to get Void Rays, because they are awesome. One of my favorite units, just because I like the graphic of them attacking. It's so cool.
This tomb radiate with power, more than enough to resurrect my master. There is no other like this. This tomb must not be desecrated by these infidels. Warriors, slay them all.
His poor minions are like, what do you think we've been trying to do? And they've just been murdering us, Malzar. Jeez, lay off.
Did you hear the dark voice of the Master? Gather the army and strike the unbelievers. They must be punished.
Oh, here we go again. Alright, so we got some more PvP. Dragoons seem like a good option. What are those zealots? Those look sweet. Those look like the zealots that we saw from the,
Malzar is gathering his warriors. They are going to strike soon.
from the,
Take these
okay.
warriors down. Strike true and strike with precision, brothers.
Okay, so we have to kill Void Icons, and those zealots look like, from the Legacy of the Void sort of sneak peek we saw a couple months ago. Okay, so Phase Cannon. Calls down an orbital bombardment from the mothership's Phase Cannons. Deals 150 splash damage. That's good. How do we use that? I'll check after this. It's got to be on the UI somewhere. And then Void Rays. And then Artanis. Advanced Psionic Master and member of the Templar caste. We do not have Titus, unfortunately. Oh, here's Artanis right now. So what does he have? He has Psionic Storm. Oh, so he uses the Phase Cannon. It has 3 charges. That's great. Disables all enemy units. Okay, so he's kind of like Titus. He's got an area of effect stun and an area of an effect attack.
Artanis, we have detected traces of Vespian emanating from below the planet's crust and leaking out to the surface. If you can find this source of Vespian, our mothership will be able to extract it from orbit so that we can provide your forces a steady supply of Vespian gas.
So these zealots, I'm curious to see how they attack and how they stack up. Size Slash instantly deals 20 damage to enemy grounds near. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. I'm glad that I didn't start another Cybernetics core because I already had one. You know what? Let's start getting my ground upgrades. I'm going to do a mix. I could go all Void Rays, but I'm not going to because it seems like gas is going to be a problem, so we're going to need a lot of zealots here. You know, and I was playing multiplayer the other day with my friend who actually, he wanted to get into multiplayer. He's never played before, so I was excited to help him. And in multiplayer, you can still...
The Master has no use for you. Your life is forfeit.
Well, I wouldn't say forfeit. That's very rude of you. What I was going to say was you could just hit W to select your warp gates instead of just instead of Shift W. So I'm not sure where the flip flop is. Oh, I just wasted a chrono. And we're getting attacked. I would love to build something else here. At least one more Zealot. Come on. Okay, so we're going to be building a lot of Zealots for defense. We're getting attacked by a single Stalker. Okay, a bunch of stuff. Let's... Oh, okay, so it's not targetable, so that's the difference between him and Titus. His stun is all around him, but Psionic Storm at the same time is really, really good, so we can use that separately. Alright, turn you into Warp Gate. So, as I'm recording this, I just watched the new Legacy of the Void intro cinematic. So I'm recording this on Sunday, and it was awesome. It was real cool. I would recommend you go watch it. I guess I don't know. It's been like, what, 4 days by the time you're seeing this? I was about to say I don't want to spoil it, but really? I mean, what is there to spoil? It's been 4 days. You can just go watch it. That Archon just smashing that Ultralisk's Kaiser Blade was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a pre-rendered cinematic. I love pre-rendered cinematics. You just don't see that many of them anymore, so that was awesome. And let's just keep getting Zealots now because we can afford them as I get more and more probes. We're going to have to push out. This is a pretty large map. We have to kill the Void Archons, so I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be dealing with, if those are going to be really challenging or not. I did start getting a Twilight Council because I don't know if we can... I mean, my Zealots already have charge. I like how they just have enormous axes. Enormous axes. That's really sweet. So just minor changes on already existing units makes this great, but I'm getting the Twilight Council even though there's no upgrades added, it looks like, so that I can get +2. See, they have regular Zealots. Motherfucker, I have axes. What are you going to do? Nothing. That's the answer. You're going to do nothing. So attack. Go ahead and throw down a Storm. That's going to hit more of my own units than anything else. We need to warp in Stalkers. Oh my god, I'm supply blocked. Alright, Void Ray, your job is to hit the, No. All of you need to get up there. Okay, and I think I'm in trouble here. No. Hit, Stalkers hit the... Stalkers just hit the... Yes, hit the... Yes, okay, there we go, we're good. Blink away. Okay, we're okay. I should have used my barrage. I completely forgot about that. Okay, so let's get +1, +2 armor. So it seems like with the limited Vespene, I think our upgrades are going to be much more important. So that attack was close because of the... Alright, I'm sick of this supply block. Here's what we're going to do. Just get a bunch of pylons up here, and we're going to make a bunch of cannons up there, too. Okay, Zealot's going to do great against these Immortals. Fantastic. And we're just going to make a lot of Zealots and cannons, because we're going to be able to afford those, but not anything with gas. Okay, so I lost my single Void Ray, and I have to be careful because it seemed like... Well, let's make a pylon over here. We're going to have to make a cannon or two in case they want to bring more of those warp prisms. Okay, so now we can at least get a couple cannons, and once that's done, I'm going to have enough money to make some over there as well. I don't want to block myself in, so let's get one more up here.
I am sensing a familiar dark energy emanating from Malzar's base. I believe he has employed the aid of Dark Templars to protect him.
Okay, so we need to bring observers for sure, and we need to definitely have cannons in our base. So Dark Templar, use observers to reveal Dark Templar. Okay, but we don't have any gas to do that. So we need to really be conservative with our Stalkers here because they're the only things that can attack air, and we only have 2 of them. So, you know, let's make some more. And because of the barrage, I think that they're very, very, very useful because we can use those to focus down air units quickly. So here's what I was saying is normally I wouldn't push out now, but I think I do have to go and take a look at what's out here. Let's see if Artanis benefits. It doesn't look like Artanis benefits from upgrades. Let's make sure our new Zealots do. Our Stalkers do, I believe. So we've got a base over here. Wow. That guy was real mad. Did you hear him? Okay, so let's just take out some of these buildings here. Kill the pylon. We're not going to be able to kill it fast enough, that's for sure. Artanis just storm there. We didn't hit my own units, so I'm proud of myself. All right, move on over here. Oh, god damn it. Okay, make some Zealots. And come on, make some Zealots. I didn't expect them to attack from over there as well. Let's see if my Axe Zealots do better than the normal Zealots. It seems like they do. But we're going to need more. Okay, so we destroyed this. Let's check down in this direction. This might have been where they were attacking me from. It looks like it. Oh, and I forgot I've got this, the mothership thing. So let's attack over here. Use that fatty mothership strike. Okay, I should have used that before. Okay, we're safe at home. Cool, and I got to be looking for those Vespene fissures for sure. That's the next thing. I see... Is this one? Oh, that's just a mineral pallet. That's fine. So we need some cannons over here. We see, as you can see, we've got a lot of cash. All right, so let's throw down those pylons. And we need to remake our citadel. Actually, I really don't need to make my citadel again, because there's really nothing that's a prerequisite for the citadel except for +2 weapons and armor. And shields, you don't. Interesting. Okay, well, let's get some more gateways, because we need to just make a lot of zealots to push out here very soon. So let's do that. Our Vespian Geyser's already exhausted. So that's why we're just going to make a lot of cannons so that we can push out with what we have, specifically the zealots. I'm glad that our zealots are upgraded. I have so much money, that's why I'm doing this. Okay, they're doing this again. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the mothership blast. Okay, so Stalkers use Barrage and hit the Warp Prism. Okay, so in a previous mission, they did use that call-in with the Warp Prisms, but they only did it once. This time it seems like it's going to be a consistent attack, so I'm just going to throw down a bunch of cannons. I know it's an overkill here, but we've got a lot of minerals here, but not a lot of gas, or really no gas, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Okay, so you get back on gas. Once these warp gates are done, I'm going to just warp in a bunch of zealots. We're going to push out again, see what we can make happen. And these Dragoons are just, they're precious. They're like actually precious, because I have no other way to attack air except Artanis. So let's call in a bunch of zealots, and now we're out of money. So I'm feeling comfortable because we're what, 2-2? We are 2-2. When we get some gas, we'll get that +1 shields as well. And I've got a lot of cannons here, so I feel a lot more comfortable. So Stalkers, please just stay in the back. So these zealots have charge, but they're not as fast as Stalkers. So it seems like the charge upgrade sort of applies to these zealots, but not quite. I'm going to hotkey these Stalkers, and I'm going to hotkey Artanis. Might as well pick up some extra money here and there. And we'll stockpile some cash because I want to be able to use it with gas once we pick up gas. I'm glad that there's some gas pallets around, because otherwise this would have just been a real challenge. These zealots seem pretty good. I mean, they do 18 damage, but they do 1 attack, so I think... How much damage do zealots do? I don't really know how much damage zealots, like normal zealots, do. Well, he's dead already. Next time we see another zealot, we'll see how much they do. I feel like I probably should know this, but I don't. Let's check. Ah, stop killing them so fast. Okay, they do 8, so I'm doing... And I'm doing 18, but I'm also +2, so I do as much as a normal zealot, because I do 1 attack as compared to... They do half, but they do 2 attacks, which is seems completely normal. I haven't already checked over here, have I? I want to go up here. Maybe there's a base up here, like an expansion to take. That would be fantastic. Maybe get some more cannons in the front here. I'm not sure. This is a very large map, so I'm comfortable pushing out early. And again, I'm stockpiling minerals. I realize I'm floating a lot, but that's because I need to save a lot. Let's just keep using that the mothership.
Malzar's hoard of resources is a clear sign that he is massing an army. We should raid his next high and use his own resource against him.
Yes, we will. That's exactly what we're going to do. All right, get up there and hit these photon cannons. I noticed that they don't have the laser cannons like they did before, which were really, really cool. I wonder if we're going to see those again, or maybe eventually have the option to build them. So we got Void Rays. We had the ability to make Void Rays this map, but I don't really see a reason to, honestly, just because there's so many... I mean, there's no gas. There's, like, no gas available, so I'm not sure why we would. We're going to make some more zealots here. More zealots to help us against those immortals, and then we'll take a probe. Let's go ahead and make another line of cannons here. And I had just enough to push in up here, so I'm grateful for that. Let's go ahead and use Barrage again. And I'll certainly take this base. There's no gas geyser, but more minerals, the better. So yeah, like I was saying, it seems like... I think the fact that we have this upgraded zealot, basically the upgrade is this Psy-Slash ability that they have. It does make this really cool, and I think the emphasis of this mission should not be Void Rays, because it's very hard to build Void Rays, because we don't have any Vespian, and I think the emphasis should be more on the new zealots. And maybe that should have been the featured unit. But granted, I mean, what do I know? It really you could go either way. I think I like Void Rays, so let's see if we can build some with the gas that we do have. So I'm going to throw down a Stargate. Okay, here we go again. Just hit the... Yes, there we go. We're in good shape now, as long as we focus down the actual Warp Prism. Okay, so let's keep going with this small force that we have here. And it was just enough. I'm thinking we're going to need some Stalkers. to attack air, because you saw that air was a big deal, and the only reason we could really push into that base is because we waited for our phase cannon charges to build up, and it's 100 seconds for each, so it's 300 seconds total in order to properly build up all 3 charges, and that seems really important. I'm going to make a wave of stalkers, even though I said I wanted to save my money. But I need something. I need a better option to attack air. I like dragoons and I like those ravagers, but I really need to use my gas sparingly, specifically on stalkers, which I can use to blink in, use barrage, and focus down carriers and void rays. And that's exactly what I'm doing. That's really all I can do, I think. Okay, we'll get some more cannons because we can afford them, and probes will eventually transfer up here, and we'll build some extras as well. Okay, so let's hotkey these stalkers. We're tagging with our Tannis. He's very, very good, especially there we go. So the phase cannon does build up charges to a maximum of, it seemed like, 3, which has really saved my ass, and I need to use Psionic Storm as well. The stun he has seems like if they had a lot of zealots, that's what we would use it for. And we're just very slowly pushing against the enemy bases here. Seems like I'm getting close to one down here in the bottom right. I was getting attacked, but now we're fine. Let's check this base. Just about done, so get mining. I'm going to take just a few of these probes. Well, that's more than just a few. That's 8, but, you know, it's something. And let's get going. We've got 2 charges, so let's see if we can push through. Oh, so these are the Void Archons, it seems like. Oh, that's the Void Archon. Okay, let's just make sure that we're avoiding the Psi Storms. Good lord. How much health does this thing have? Okay, we're burning it down. So the big thing is avoid the Psi Storm.
Has fallen. Rally to me, brothers. We strike the next one down.
Cool. I really like the voice acting of these campaigns, and I said this the last time too. Is you can't be critical of the fact that they're voice acting already existing characters. Like obviously they're not going to sound the same. It's a different person, but I'm okay with that. So we're going to use. Oh, we don't actually have barrage. Oh, I had barrage on some of them. So I'm looking for those Vespene fissures. I would love to get an actual source of Vespene. This looks like, see like the green clouds and stuff? It seems like I'm near one of them. This might be another enemy base. We do have the mothership call down, so let's make sure we're going to use that here. Okay, so let's storm up here. There we go. The dead god. You heard it here first. Okay, so let's focus down these void rays because they're the biggest issue. Blink away. There we go. So that did it. And is Artanis dead? He died, unfortunately. Let's resummon him. I really like that you don't have to worry as much about your heroes dying. They're just so easily summonable. So let's take this base as well. I'm just going to destroy all these cannons. Oh no. Okay, I did make the right choice. I thought I was going to lose an extra stalker there for no reason, but I don't know. This is fine. Let's head back to base here. Make some more zealots. And it seemed like we're going to get some extra gas just for killing Malzar's base. Just use barrage. There we go. No problem. That's such. I love that ability. I didn't understand it at first in the first mission, and then the fact that it was on autocast made it a little harder to use. But I really, really like it now. All right, so we wiped this base. Got rid of all their probes, so not going to rebuild it. Meanwhile, let's rally these guys to minerals. And I think I'm making pretty good progress. Here they come again. Just target the Warp Prism. I'm hopeful that my cannons would properly kill the Warp Prism if I wasn't paying attention. That's going to be a big deal. So Void Rays are, what, 150? So we can't make those, unfortunately. So we're just going to make more.
Acquired all of Malzar's available resources.
Hell yeah, we did. Where's Artanis? Oh, he was just rallied on top of the minerals. So let's come on up here and just keep wiping these things out here. This is enough to make 2 Void Rays, so that's better than nothing. We'll see if these Void Rays are any different, but I started with a Void Ray and it seemed the same. Either way, if it's a new unit, I'm going to try to build it. If it's I mean, it's not really a new unit, but it's a new unit for the campaign. And then I'm also going to build some Dragoons. I should have had 1 or 2 Dragoons just because they're going to do more damage against these buildings. In fact, how much are Dragoons? They're only 45 gas, so I could make 3 of them, and they're going to help me clear these bases faster. I mean, Void Rays will as well, keep in mind. So, all right, keep wiping this out. We've taken out 2 of Malzar's bases, which is really important because it's it's going to stop them from attacking me from specific angles. Unless the attacks are spawned. That was the thing from the last mission I wasn't sure about. Are the attacks spawned, or are they built out of these buildings? Because the bases are hard to push into, but I can't tell if their buildings ever actually build anything to attack you with outside of rebuilding their own defenses. I'm not sure. But you know what? I will go and take this base too, even though I really don't need it. But just going to play it safe. All right, keep wiping this out. We got some more Zealots now. Awesome Zealots. Artanis bringing up the rear. He's a High Templar. I like his model. I like the giant circle on his back with the big energy ball. It actually is what he looks like in all the Legacy of the Void teaser material. He's got that big ring on his back with the energy in it, so that seems pretty fitting. Here come my Dragoons. They're very, very slow. I like the model for these Dragoons. I have to say, I really like the Mass Recall model Dragoons. I think they're my personal favorite, but these are unique, and I like them quite a bit. So I think, again, I don't really have a specific preference. Oh god, I forgot about this. Oh, what a mistake. Everybody run. Get some cannons up here. I've made a huge mistake. We need... I don't have enough gas. What a pain. I don't have enough gas to make observers. So I think that mechanic maybe should be implemented in a different map. Like I said, this one should have a focus on making Zealots with the cool axes. And that's like the main focus, is just pumping out a shit ton of those and pushing as hard as you can to try to get across this big map. Whereas maybe another map you should have the Dark Archon, or the Dark Templar, just because you don't have gas to make observers. Observers are notedly gas heavy. Granted, I made Stalkers and Dragoons, and maybe I shouldn't have, but I don't know. It's up for debate, of course. It's just challenging because I have to spend my gas on getting anti-air, and I don't have any. And then now I don't have enough gas to kill any of the Dark Templar with observers. Let's go ahead and blink you out. I'm not really using Artanis' abilities because I don't need to. He's got the 3 Void charges up. It's not Void charges. He has 3 Phase Cannon charges up. Where are the Vespene Geysers? All right, attack. Blink away. You're important. Okay, let's get in there. Oh my god, look how fast that carrier goes down when I use Barrage. That's awesome. Okay, keep pushing in, guys. Stalkers and Dragoons hit the Void Rays. Awesome. It seems like Dragoons have the same range as my Stalkers. So here we go. We destroyed another small area of Malzar's, and again, I don't know if he's actually making units out of these buildings or not, or if they're just there to be filler on the map. Because it seems like he's still attacking me pretty aggressively all the time, even though I'm gonna make some more gateways up here. Let's see. Even though I'm taking out his production, so maybe they're spawned. What have I done? What have I done? Turn and fight. And I would love to get shield upgrades too, but no dice. Okay, man, these Zealots just seem awesome. Let's just keep going. Actually, this might be a Vespene vent. I'm not sure. Let's go down and see if we can meet these guys. Run, run. Meet up with my main forces here, and then we can use Artanis' fatty attack to get rid of those that large group of Void Rays. So attack, throw down a storm back there, and oh, it's on a cooldown, so we can't just spam it because it's not based on energy. See, it seems like maybe the attacks are spawned based on where the pylons are. Like they spawn from like they're warped in on the pylons. If you get rid of the pylons, then they can't warp in anywhere. All right, I'm hopeful for nope. Blink away, attack. All right, the rocks. I assume these rocks. That's where you get. That's where we get the Vespene. So we're gonna get a steady stream of Vespene. I wish I would have pushed over here first. I'm not all for one for like hand-holding the player.
These Vespene fissures will prove useful in assembling our force. We must find the others.
I'm not one for hand-holding the player and like marking the map for where all this stuff is, but because this map is so big, I kind of feel like maybe there should be at least a slight indication where those fissures might be, because otherwise I would have no idea where to look. So I'm saving my gas now to get a robo facility, and then I'm going to get an observer. So robo facility is what, 100? We got to get 1 extra probe to build around here, and let's see, turn these all into warp gates. You get back to mining. They are attacking up here, actually. And I have no means of... Oh, damn it. Yeah, I have no means of building stalkers. I mean, I do, but I think my cannons will last just long enough. So what I'll do is get some more cannons along the edges here. There we go. I don't care about path blocking in this base. It doesn't matter. So where's my army? Up here. We can get even more zealots. Lots and lots of zealots. You can see they run in, and that flat 20 damage that they do when they run in after they charge is huge. And you know what? That's actually reflective of the new Legacy of the Void Zealots. I think they nerfed how much damage they do. It's like 8 or something, but they do like a guaranteed 8 damage when they run in. They do their auto attack, but then they do 8 damage after just running in. I'm not sure if that's an upgrade or it's just something that they get from researching charge. But either way, it's a good upgrade, and it makes zealots more viable and to compete with. I was gonna say, don't storm up there, Artanis. All right, we're stuck. Blink over here, kill the void rays. And like I said, it's really just the air units that we have to be careful of because we have no way of easily killing them. They said that those were all of Melzar's bases. Oh no, they didn't say that was all of Melzar's bases when we destroyed the last one. They said that's the last area that we can take that he has minerals. Let's keep pushing over in this direction. Stalkers, you hang out in the back. Let's make that robo facility. We really only need one observer, and I'm going to hotkey it so that I don't accidentally run it into cannons or some stupid shit like that. I would love to find the other fissures. This map is so large, they might just be hiding out. And I'm a little nervous because I have no idea. Like, I'm handily killing bases. You know, I run in with the zealots, but eventually I'm going to run out of stalkers and dragoons. And that scares me a little bit. Okay, so let's keep going. And I have so many zealots that it makes storm kind of not an option, because I will kill, or at least I will send most of my zealots to their death. So here we go. Let's use barrage. And wow, okay, I didn't really even need to use barrage there. So we're pushing towards the upper left. I see them attacking down on the left. Here's a good opportunity. I'm just gonna watch. Okay, I do destroy without really having to pay attention. I do end up being able to destroy the warp prism. Let's get more zealots. This map is big too. What I should do is let's make that observer. Send it up in this direction before we get ahead of ourselves. We'll chrono this out. I haven't been using chrono. That's my mistake. And send all these zealots up. And then probe, come on up here, and let's make some pylons up here so that we can actually reinforce quickly with those zealots rather than walking them across the whole fucking map. Okay, is it going to be up there? It's going to be over here. I really want to find that next Vespian fissure. So again, you have to do most of this map with just zealots because you can't find, you're unable to find most of the fissures. Actually, I have enough for another void ray, so I'm going to get it, and that probably would have been better spent on other dragoons, but frankly, let's make some void rays. I said I was going to make void rays, I'm going to make void rays. I'd love to make some ravagers too. Scouts don't scare me. I've said that so many times. They just do pathetic damage against ground. I have so many zealots. I'm going to get supply blocked here pretty soon if I'm not careful. There's a gas pickup. We can make some stalkers with that. Once we get our probe up here, once we get this pylon done, we're just going to rebuild over there. Okay, we have more zealots here. Come on up in this direction. Observer, you're going to be hotkeyed to 3. And here's the next Void Archon. Honestly, the less units that we send in at once might be better. Alright, don't stand in the thing. Okay, Stalkers use Barrage. And this thing should go down. There we go.
Another Void Archon falls to the might of the Protoss. Ready yourselves for one more, brethren.
One more. And let's do Stalkers. And we're very, very close to being able to get another Dragoon, too, so that's what I'm going to warp in. I like how most of the new units are available in the Warp Gate tech, so that we can rebuild them that way. Okay, so let's actually take these units and loop around. Actually, is it this way? Maybe there's going to be a geyser over here. You don't. Come on. Be another geyser. Maybe there is one in this general vicinity. Now, I didn't want to send these guys by themselves, because I didn't know what was over here. So I'm just slowly trying to reveal the whole map. I want to find those fissures. I don't have to. I could probably just go and end this mission. And see, here I am still playing on normal when I like, this mission, I could probably plan hard. The earlier missions were tough. I mean, these missions were all pretty hard at the beginning, but once you get a foothold and you start attacking, it's not that bad. It's, but the beginnings of these missions are very challenging to survive those tough early waves. And I was saying something earlier about Dragoons. I didn't want to leave it on a negative note, because I pretty much said, like, oh, Mass Recall is my favorite Dragoon. But that's not necessarily true. I mean, I like the Mass Recall Dragoons just because I feel like they're the most accurate. But that's my opinion. I mean, people have different opinions. I like these Dragoons in their uniqueness. Certainly. I think these are my, like, I would say second favorite, only because I think they are very unique and very, very cool. So Void Rays, check on up here. It looked like maybe we could squeeze some units through this little area, so I want to check to see if the Vespene thing is over here. It is. That's definitely an area where something is, so I'm going to assume it's the Vespene. So let's send everybody back over here. We probably don't have to send everybody, but that's what I'm doing. And then meanwhile, let's warp in Stalkers. Because Stalkers with that barrage ability, again, let me emphasize, very, very good. And yeah, I just telling by the ground there. Yeah, there's the rocks. Okay, so this is certainly it. And so this mission is interesting because it's kind of a hodgepodge of different interesting mechanics. You need observers, you don't have gas, the zealots are new, you have void rays, but you can't really build them.
Scans indicate that there is one more fissure before we can deplete this region of Vespene.
But we also don't have any, we don't have Tidus anymore. And she was kind of my key to success in pushing into enemy bases prior to this, so that's why, I mean, she was a real good hero. I think we can all agree. She was fantastic. I'm just going to, I don't even care where these go. I just don't want to be supply blocked anymore. And then we'll warp in more Zealots, and I'm just going to kind of send them around. I'm going to send them around the map to areas where I haven't explored, like over in this direction. They're probably going to die, but that's okay. Let's keep going. I haven't seen any Dark Templar yet, or if I have, I've killed them very fast. I keep blinking my Stalkers back because I don't want them to get too far ahead. Okay, more Archons. And this seems like we're moving in the right direction here. We might have to go down and around. We'll see if this all links up or not. We've got some random minerals up here that I don't really need. I can always use gas, though, of course. Pick that up, pick that up, pick that up, pick that up. Okay. So mineral scarcity maps are always, like I said, I always find them very interesting. There's so many different things you can do with mineral scarcity maps, and it forces the player to explore. It forces the player to explore the map and not just sit in their base and do nothing. And I admire that. I admire maps that force the player to do something and not just sit there and do fucking nothing. And that there's some, I mean, like Starcraft 1, for example. Don't get me wrong, I like Starcraft 1 maps, but it gets repetitive in the sense that the player is never really forced to do anything. The player is able to just casually sit in their base, make a bunch of siege tanks or reavers or sunken colonies, what have you, lurkers, and very easily just then build up a victory fleet and win. And to me, that can get boring because, you know, I know that having options is certainly an upside, but I also think that if you don't force the player into doing some things, they can abuse that. They think like, well, I can make carriers, so I guess I'll just make carriers, rather than like, oh, well, I need to make some Tier 1 and Tier 2 units to push out, to defend myself, to really make something happen early on. Like I did with this mission, and I'm continuing doing. I mean, I have mostly Zealots in this ball here. Never found that extra Vespene fissure. Okay, I've got to push through this base, but I have more than enough stuff to do that for sure. I can just auto-attack. I'll blink in, just so that we don't get bottlenecked any more than we already have been. Justice beckons, he says. Let's move on up with my Stalkers. Use Barrage. Oh my god, look how fast they shoot. That's so good. I love it. So this is certainly the end. So what I'm going to have to do, let's make pylons over here. All right, look out, Zealots. Looks like we actually killed all the interceptors on this carrier. Okay, no problem. We're fine. We have more than enough Stalkers. My Zealots pushed in, and actually a lot of them died, so I'm going to wait for Barrage to come up. And where have those Dark Templar been? It seemed like there was one on the map. I'm not sure where the rest are. And unless they were in this base... Oh, there they are. I see them. So they're mixed in. It's just I'm killing them because I have an Observer, and I haven't lost the Observer yet. Attack! Attack! Ah, I wasted their Barrage. Oh, this is connected in some way. Okay, that's good. So let's make Let's make Ravagers. Oh, I can't. I need a... Oh, that's where I need a Twilight Council for... Well, it's too late now. Let's just make Dragoons. That's all of my gas. So send them on up. Where could that other Vespian thing be? I feel like it was somewhere blatant and I missed it. I bet it's right there. Maybe. I don't know. Let's check. I will. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna go and find it and destroy it, just because I want to, like, I want to fully do this mission. I want to do all the side missions and stuff like that. Even though the side quests, or the bonus objectives rather, are really meant to just help you win the actual mission. Okay, so Observer, come on down here. You guys just destroy the cannons, or the pylons. There we go. Observer is here. Murder them. I also like how the energy, the phase disruptors that they have, their energy impacts here, but the phase disruptor, energy impact, whatever have you, it looks like they're lobbing their shots, which is really neat. I hear Dark Templar in here still. Not good for me. That might be where the rocks are too. So let's push. And Void Rays, we're going to go and scout those out. I'm really not that invested in doing it. I just want to at least find it and see if I can find where they are. Clearly I didn't need it. The Zealots were more than enough, but in fact, I'm going to make more Zealots. Why not? When I never even got shield upgrades, which would have been really, really helpful. I don't think I need to be destroying this whole base. Blink in and use Barrage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's so good. And then the last Void Archon's up there, so we actually have... We're going to have to kill that, which is scary. Is there another... There's another Dark Templar, so let's go back down in this direction. What is this? What is... How do we get up there? I'm not sure. Wait a minute, did my Void Rays die? Oh, they went in that direction, and they got killed by those cannons. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, let's... queue up some more, even though we can't really afford them. And I suppose let's just go and finish the mission. I'm going to assume that the last Vespian Geyser thing was up in this direction. But let's go up and get the last Void Archon and finish this mission. Maybe I should bring my Observer. Oh god, look out. Nothing happened. Nothing happened there. Anyway, you have to avoid the storms and then all this shit that he shoots. Oh god, this one is huge. I'm hitting him with my mothership shots too. Okay, we're through his shields. Use Barrage. That's gonna burn him down real quick. There we go.
Malzar has opened the next tomb. It will only be a matter of time before he can accumulate enough energy required to revitalize his master.
Though it is difficult to admit, we need more than our blades and cannons to defeat Malzar's growing numbers. We need strength in numbers and a diversity in arsenal.
Greetings, Protoss. I am Admiral Johann Ottenberg of the Brotherhand Fleet. We are currently under attack by the Dominion and are in dire need of assistance. Help us repel the Dominion forces and we'll help you in whatever mission you are undertaking in this sector.
That's convenient.
I accept your offer. Tennis, Artanis, find the source of these tomb energies. I must see to the Admiral's men if we are to gain their help. Zeratu, I am sending you reinforcements. You must press on so that we can have enough strength to face Malzar's forces. Tennis and Artanis will conduct the search for those tomb energies.
Huh. Alright. Well, again, convenient help from the Terran all of a sudden, but I mean, hey, it makes the plot move on, and we're going to get some diversity in our... It seems like we're going to get either an allied Terran force, or we're going to be able to control Terran, so honestly, I would rather have that and a bizarre, goofy progression of the plot to get there rather than not having them at all. That's just my opinion, though. You can have your own. Fun mission, and I do agree. Well, nobody's said this to me, but I would say if you were to say this, I would agree with you. I am blazing through these missions very easily, but honestly, I'm having a lot of fun, specifically with like the Stalker Blink Barrage. I didn't make any Ravagers this mission, but they're real cool. I really love the Dragoons. And let me just emphasize again, I don't want to like hurt anyone's feelings, because I'm sure somebody out there was like, well, these Dragoons are better than those Dragoons, and these Dragoons are... No, those other Dragoons are the best, and I don't want to start some argument over that. I like both. I like all sets of Dragoons. I mean, I'm sure there's some Dragoons out there, some models someone's made that are just awful. Just plain terrible. But I like the Mass Recall Dragoons and these Dragoons. They're just two different takes on the same thing. And I like to see that the differences there. And I think Blizzard's Dragoons, at least from the Legacy of the Void teasers that we've seen, they look different than both. They look a lot more mechanical. I mean, Dragoons are mechanical, but they just look different. They looked more robotic than they did. I guess it's hard to explain. Dragoons never really look organic. They are machines, but there's something about like the way that they were textured by the Blizzard ones that I saw. They just looked more mechanical, I suppose. I'm not really sure how else to explain it. Anyway, this has been JayborinoPlays. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you're going to stick it out for the rest of the series. I'm really loving this, and I'm really looking forward to Legacy of the Void. I'm playing this, and you can see a lot of allegories to the main game, obviously. So I'm looking forward to the main game as well. All right, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching again. Bye.